Hello, writers. I'm Coral Sands and one of the quest guys for November's Novel Quest, and I'm also a volunteer for Writing Quest. Today, I have an opportunity to learn more about the official Google Sheets progress tracker, and I have the wonderful GertrudeDaly to help me go over everything. She's one of the volunteers that has been working hard to help create the tracker and is very knowledgeable about how it works. Hello, Gertrude.
Hello, Coral. I'm excited to be here. I'm GertrudeDaly. I'm a writer and blogger, and I'm one of the volunteers here at Novel Quest.
You help create the Writing Quest progress tracker?
Yes, the progress tracker is how users will track their progress over the 30 days of Novel Quest.
Awesome. Let's start with some basics. Where can users find the tracker?
You can find the tracker and the user instructions linked on the Writing Quest website. We will have a link in the description below for you guys.
And everyone can use the tracker there?
Yes, the link shares our general Writing Quest progress tracker. Some regions may take the tracker and customize it for their region. In that case, you'll get the tracker from your Writing Quest, from your quest guide.
Oh, great. Now, can you show us how to use the tracker?
Sure, I would be happy to.
I noticed that this tracker is in view only mode. So the first thing we need to do is make a copy, right?
Yes, when you get the tracker, you'll probably get a link to a Google Sheet. You should make a copy of the tracker for your personal use. You can save it to your personal Google Drive or your regions if they have a place for that.
So I'll do that now. And I will call this Coral's copy.
Great name.
Thank you. Is it showing? Oh, of course, it's showing denied. No worries. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, because it has my other email.
It's probably where you saved it, which is a good thing. You probably won't be able to save it in the folder that you got sent to because that would be confusing. You're going to save it to your personal Google Drive.
All right, perfect.
So now we have Coral's tracker successfully saved.
Yay, one hiccup to go. So that is awesome. All right, can you tell me about the Your Quest tab? That's this tab, right?
Yes, this tab. The Your Quest tab is what you'll fill in at the beginning of the month. This has all the information about your project. You'll put in your username, project name, genre, etc.
Great. So let me start by filling in the information about my project. All right.
And if you ever need any assistance, there are some instructions on this page, but there is a more detailed user instructions, which is linked to at the top of this.
Oh, whoa, what is that?
If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see hidden Easter egg number 1. There is usually one hidden Easter egg per tab.
Oh, that was easy to find.
Yes. This is a little message for users. There are other hidden Easter eggs that'll be harder to find on other tabs. I wanted to give users little side quests during Novel Quest.
This is such a cute message.
Yes, and as you fill in more of those boxes, fields, you'll notice that that message changes a little bit. I like the project name, Greatest Novel Ever.
Yes.
What we all aspire to do.
Absolutely. And we are going to just say it is contemporary fiction. All right. And
let's look at the types of projects. Do we want to open that drop-down menu?
Yes, let's do the types of projects.
So there are 3 different types of projects you can select: writing, editing, and writing and editing. Writing looks at word count, while editing will look at hours spent.
Oh, can you use editing for other time-based goals like hours spent drawing?
Yes, people are welcome to use Novel Quest for other types of goals. You can use hour count to mark any sort of project. And what type of project you select here doesn't really affect things. The drop-down menu is just a way to announce your type of project.
Oh, I don't know what to fill in for word or hour count.
You can fill in whatever count you like. If you're not using one of these categories, it's best if you leave it blank.
What are some good, reasonable goals for 30 days?
Well, it just depends on your type of project, your time commitment, and how fast you write. We do have a handy chart of suggestions on the side for both word and hour count. In the middle, we have our marathon goal suggestion. This is a challenging goal that will require you to write constantly every day. If you're familiar with NaNoWriMo, 50,000 words is the goal they have every November for writers. For those of you who found that too difficult, we have a half marathon goal. And those who want to participate but aren't ready for a big commitment, we have a fun run of 10,000 words.
And people can choose to write more than 50,000 words, right?
Yes, I personally am a competitive person. I always like to be ahead of my friends. So I added the competitive goal suggestion for those of you who want to stay just a little bit ahead of the marathon writers. We also wanted to recognize the amazing people who are able to write huge word counts with our GOAT, greatest of all time goal. Anyone who can do more than 90,000 hours in a month is amazing. And we did try to correlate this too with hour count.
Of course, these are just suggestions to help people set reasonable goals, but each user can choose any word count or hour count they want.
Yes, and the great thing is you have the freedom to adjust this during the month. We will also stay on the next tab. You can set daily goals as well. And then our last field is the date of day 1. This should be filled in with the start date of your novel quest, and this will feed other parts of the tracker.
Oh. All right, so we should probably go to the daily word and hour count tab, right?
Yes. This is the tab you're going to use on a daily basis. We can see some of the information you filled out on the Your Quest tab already appears here. Like the name of your project is Greatest Novel Ever. Anything that's in gray or some other fun color should not be edited because those are formulas. So you're going to type in the white areas.
That makes sense.
Yeah. This tab is broken into sort of 3 sections. We have our writing objectives. This is where you'll fill in your word count. Our editing objectives, where you will fill in your hour count. And again, those don't necessarily have to be hours spent editing. You can use this however you would like. For these 2 objectives, you fill them in each day. So if you edited 3 hours on day 1, you would put a 3 in the first line. If you did 2 hours on day 2, you'd put a 2 on that line. The cumulative total section shows you your total progress so far. It adds up each individual day.
I know we set up monthly goals on the Quest tab. What are these daily goals?
With Novel Quest, we wanted you to set a big goal for the month. And we do have a column here that tells you what you need to do to stay on track to meet that big goal.
Oh,
And
that's
that
this
is
one.
the
Okay.
words needed to stay on track of your monthly goal. This breaks things down evenly over the remaining days in the month. However, we recognize that some days you have lots of time or very little time in your schedule. So we wanted to give you the opportunity to set a daily goal as well.
Wow. Yeah, I could see myself using this.
Yeah. And again, if you need any reminders about what each field is, if we scroll over to the right, we'll see some instructions.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yes.
What about the status message up on the top here?
If you have your tracker linked to your region's aggregator, this is where you can share a message with your region. The aggregator is a file shared with members of a region. It shows everyone's progress and other details like the information you filled in the Your Quest tab. Participating in the aggregator is completely optional and something you must opt in for. So if you're doing Novel Quest as a solo writer, you can ignore the status message. For those of you participating in regions, do remember that your quest guide may need to manually run the program to pull data from everyone's tracker, so your message will not appear right away. Some regions may only be updating the aggregator once a day.
Okay, I'm curious. What is the Easter egg on this tab?
Coral, I can't tell you that. I want it to be a surprise. But unlike Easter egg number 1, you won't find this through normal use. You should look for something that doesn't belong.
Interesting. All right, I suppose we should probably go into the progress tab.
This tab shows your progress. The good news is you don't need to fill in anything on this tab. All the charts are pulling data from the other tabs. We got some fancy formulas going on.
Oh, but this chart says I have no goal.
Yes, you haven't inserted an hours spent goal, so we're just acknowledging that here. We have a lot of little things that kind of will prompt you to fill in a goal if you haven't already. And you'll notice we have a badge that says 0%. That badge will change based on your percent completed. It only changes at certain milestones. So you'll get your first badge at 5%.
Okay.
And we have some really cool tables and charts. The two at the top focus on your monthly progress. And then if we scroll down to our successful days table, these will look at individual days and whether you met your daily writing goal. Each day of the month will be color coded based on whether you met your goal for that day.
This is so cool.
It'll be yellow if you made some progress but didn't meet your goal. Green means you met your daily goal. But we also wanted to acknowledge really awesome days where you go above and beyond. So days you do double your word or hour count are going to be in blue.
So there's one table for word count and one for hours spent.
Yeah.
Two separate goals.
We have two separate tables because they're two separate goals.
Okay.
And we hope to see you have lots of greens and blues. But even if that doesn't happen, just if you're writing a little bit every day, that's how you get the greatest novel ever.
That's my goal, is just to write a little bit every day.
Yep.
All right. So I clicked on the About tab.
Okay, the About tab just tells you it has the tracker version number. If your region modified the tracker, it'll be noted here. This just helps to identify what version number you're using in case there's any problems. We also have some general information here.
Okay, let's go over to your region.
The Your Region tab will be filled in by your region's writing guides. This is where they'll have a link to the aggregator and the Google form you need to fill out to give your documents, your trackers link to your quest guide to add to the aggregator. If this is blank, that's fine. You can get all this information from your quest guide, but it may be pre-filled in for you.
Okay, so the aggregator is used by regions to share progress, but you don't need to be part of the region to use the aggregator. Is that correct?
You don't have to use the aggregator. It is for a region, but this whole tracker works just for a solo quest. You just ignore this page if you don't have a region.
Okay, if I was gonna go ahead and do everywhere. Whoa.
Okay. You got an error message. A lot of this document, if you're typing in a spot where you shouldn't be, you will get an error message. This just prevents people from accidentally editing things. It's a soft lock. So when you get this pop-up, you can click OK and make it go away and edit things. But yeah.
Okay. What are these messages from your quest guide? Is that like a status message?
Yes, it's like a status message. If you have the aggregator link on this tab, it'll pull messages from that aggregator from your quest guide. And so your quest guide will fill in a daily message here. It could be some words of inspiration. It could be a link to the Zoom meeting, however they wish to use it.
Awesome. That is everything.
Yes, there are some hidden tabs, which I see are actually unhidden right now. We will go ahead and hide those. Users don't need to worry about them, but they are just sort of a behind the scenes tab where we have some fancy formulas and the for aggregator tab, which pulls all the information from the different tabs for your aggregator to use.
Seriously, I cannot thank you enough for taking the time to go over all of this with us. If you have any questions about the tracker, please reach out to your quest guide.
And remember, there is a link to the user instructions on the top of the Your Quest tab.
And if you like this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out our website, writingquests.org. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.